For Valentine's Day, I was asked to write a poem about love for a gig, and I said I'm probably the worst poet to ask to write this poem because I'm a bit bitter when it comes to love. And the person who was doing the gig said, okay, well, maybe you can just create a poem just for this one performance. And I said, okay, I can write a poem about love. So I sat down to write this poem and nothing came out. I really struggled. So I switched on the radio to try and distract myself. And there was an interview from a woman from the NHS who was talking about heart problems. And she said, one day soon, hearts will be as easy to repair as broken bones. And something inside me clicked. And I thought, that's what love's about, you know? We hurt people, we get hurt, and we heal, and we do it all over again because it's worth it. And this poem is about that. It's morning. She opens blinking eyes to hot sun rays breaking through glass panes and a hand that rests upon her chest, unable to detect a beating. It's her and him, yet she can't even remember his name, and she's wondering, where did I even meet him? The hot sun that rips through the window is lighting up floating particles of old dead skin that soar and sing and whirl, and she's thinking, old parts of the body can become something new, and like the skin, maybe I don't need to carry this thing around anymore, this clunky old heart. It's then she starts to feel a breathe, pulsate, boom, a beating. Her heart had been broken, not by cheating, beating lovers with denting fists and hungry eyes, but by a compromise wearing thin, complacency, commitment, dissatisfaction. But she's found distraction since. She's flown to the beaches of Peru and danced under burning stars with a German named Franz. She's eaten pineapple in India from Lord Krishna's hands, and she's climbed up mountains, through lakes, over river rushes, and sung Arabic hymns on North African buses. She's danced with dervishes in circles and made herself sick. And she's cried to rude boys in Brixton, yo, I think you're fit. Not because she needed anyone else to make her feel alive, but because sometimes life can make us withered and dried and tired, and we all need something to remind us after breaking that the heart will also meant to feel that breathe, pulsate, boom again. So she's there in her room, just her and the him that never seems to be leaving, and the hot sun and radio free. And she's listening to a doctor from the NHS who talks of pouring fixing fingers into wounded chests and heart problems being a thing of the past, making hearts steady and lasting. Of chest, bare, wounds fixed, stitched and sewn, and that one day soon, boom, the doctor says hearts will be as easy to repair as broken bones. And it's then she starts to feel a flicker, a trickle, a tiny little bit, a flitz, a flutter, a breathe, pulsate, boom, a beating. Soon, she's meeting a man. An unplanned collision like the spiraling of the sober moon and sun in unity, all to the tune of boom, 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 60 beats per minute of her healthy heart. And their body parts fit perfectly together. The bone in his hip and her belly button sit like Neptune in its rings in the dark leather universe, and she becomes his earth. The only planet not named after a god but crowned as a mother of nature, and he becomes her creator. He says, do you know that women blink twice as much as men? And she says, perhaps that's because there's a whole lot more world we're taking in, but I'm glad that you're there to see in between blinking for that sinking feeling of heartache being exchanged for another chance, for romance, and for hearts being as easy to repair as broken bones. So the next time she's in her room, with the hot sun breaking in and the particles of old dead skin, she's lying in bed, her head on his chest and ribs, and every time she breathes she ad-libs and gives him parts of her body. Boom! Here is my hair to run your fingers through. Boom! Here are my eyes so you can see me. Boom! Here is my tongue, perhaps you will understand what I say. Breathe, pulsate, boom, breathe, pulsate, boom, breathe, pulsate, boom, boom, boom. Here is my heart.